Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back to Blueprints, and welcome to a very different episode than anything that we have done recently. Welcome. Okay, I have a lot to cover sort of at the start of this episode. What's the future of this playthrough going to look like? What's next? What are we going to do in this actual episode? We have the immediate future to care about. We have the long-term future to care about. There's also some stuff to talk about, some like ways for you guys to get involved. Because this playthrough's sort of now more than ever, this playthrough and this game are sort of veering towards an exit, unfortunately, but also in a really cool way. So we got lots to talk about, and the first thing I want to talk to you, the first thing I want to do is tell you a story, which is kind of cool, or at least maybe you'll find it interesting. So in case you missed it, the last two episodes, what a journey. I almost said what a joy, but that it wasn't just joy. It was a lot of other things too, right? It was like major frustration, major exhaustion. It was a lot of doubt. Doubt has been the emotion of my life the last couple of weeks when it comes to this game. So much doubt. Am I on the right track? Am I completely off base? Am I doing something right? Am I doing all of it wrong? But there was also some amazing joy. If you watched the last episode, you know that. The last episode is one of the coolest moments in the entire fucking game for me. And especially, really quick aside, especially the coolest thing was like, never mind, I'll talk about that later. Okay, I gotta keep on track here. So those two episodes, wild. We finally solved a huge puzzle, a big puzzle. And in my mind, we finally solved the second of 4 total puzzles in the like late game of this game. What do I mean by that? Well, we solved this one forever ago. West Spring Secret Passage, we got access to the Blue House. And then in the last episode, we solved this one through Lantern Light and Sketches Cast. And we figured out how that all worked, finally. But in my mind, as of the end of episode 153, the last thing that you guys saw, in my mind, we obviously weren't done because we obviously had not solved this, a hidden hue, or this, these vying plans forge Bacon Crest among Hugh and Blessed. And so I ended that episode, obviously, stoked out of my mind. And with a very strong feeling that the writing, especially of the entire writing of this, right, felt so climactic, so final, so it's amazing writing, and it's probably my favorite writing in the game, actually, or close. There's that other Herbert Sinclair letter that I really love, but on his tomb, but and probably some other things that I'm forgetting, but it felt so final, right? And I ended that episode thinking, okay, well, I'll be back next Tuesday to try and solve a hidden hue or these vying plans forge Baron Crest. And then the episodes went out, and I started to get some really amazing, very thoughtful, beautiful comments on YouTube. But the vibe of those comments was slightly different than I imagined that they would be. The comments were so cool. Thank you. If you wrote a comment, thank you so much. The very kind stuff, including one person who wrote my favorite comment, which was about what a I'm gonna summarize here greatly, but like what a beautiful thing to arrive at the answer to that puzzle while completely exhausted, while doing like a marathon session over the course of one night. And I couldn't agree with that comment more, just to get slightly distracted for a second. I couldn't agree with that comment more. What a gift it is that I arrived at the answer late during a session and not the next day with fresh eyes. Video games are weird, and art is weird, but like one of the ways that it's weird is that like that victory felt entirely different than it would have if I had like persevered one night and then be like, I'll try it again tomorrow, and then the next day wake up, what if we tried this, and then it worked. Instead, I had this like, it's like the hike to get up to the top of a mountain to then look out over a beautiful vista. Video games are weird, especially puzzle video games. We don't all take the same hike. I play blind, which makes the hike difficult in some ways because all of a sudden you're going off trail to check out stuff that is not part of the puzzle. I play, you know, like without hints. Some people that hike is very easy for them because they get the answers quickly. Some people the hike is a little bit easier because they seek some answers. And none of this is like minimizing that experience. That's beautiful. However you want to play the video game is it's your journey. But I personally get so much joy and so much purpose from arriving at the top, having really struggled to get there because the view is entirely different. It's flavored entirely different. And I just wanted to shout out that comment because that was really lovely. Yeah, how thankful I am that I struggled. Because if I hadn't struggled, I don't think I would have been so overcome. That comment was from Jason Watson. Jason, thank you. Anyways, the comments in general were a little bit different than I expected. For 153 episodes now, the comments have been trying to fill me with resolve. They have been encouraging. They have been like, press forward, young man. Keep going. Keep at it. Persist. And then these comments had an entirely different vibe. And I was like, wait, what do you mean you're proud of me? What do you mean? What do you mean? What a journey this has been. What a ride it's been. And so I asked, and I was like, wait a second. Are those other puzzles not puzzles? Or like, did I accidentally solve them without knowing it? So I DM'd a friend. I need to quickly talk, but I DM'd a friend of the channel, a community member, who and I said very simply, I have a question for you. A hidden hue and these vying plans. Have I arrived at whatever those were have I finished whatever those puzzles were pointing me towards? Just yes or no? And he said yes. And I went, holy shit. I think I might have beaten the game. I think the game might be over, is what I'm trying to say here. I think the game might be done, which is crazy. It's not crazy when you look at the Blue Will and Testament because everything about that reads, this is done. So, long story short, I enter this episode with new knowledge, which is that the game may be done. Now, of course, the game is not done because there are things that I want to chase down, a couple things that I'd like to try and do. There's an upgrade disc that's missing, etc. There's things I'd like to try. There are certainly, slightly farther from that or in a different way, there are trophies that I would like to try and get. Let me see if I can pull up the trophy list real quick. And then, even beyond that, there are, let me see if I can kind of give you the roadmap for the next couple of weeks of episodes, or I don't know, next couple of episodes. Beyond the things I want to try and personally solve, beyond the trophies which I would like to try and personally get, there are also the questions sort of beyond that, the things that I probably have misunderstood or not fully understood through the course of the game up to this point. And one of the things we like to do around this channel, if you're going to play a game blind, but you really want to appreciate the game as a work of art, then it only makes sense at the very end of everything to flip the switch on the blind playthrough and to say, okay, what did I miss? What am I not appreciating enough? And so that is the thing that we will do at some point. However, just to clarify, that stage is not yet. We are still fully, this is a blind playthrough and it remains a blind playthrough. We will have, and I'm already going to start trying to plan it right now, we will have a live stream over on Twitch because we tend to do these live so that there's feedback immediately, where we sit down and say, what did I misunderstand about the game? What are the facts and the lore that I don't understand? To be clear, do not write those in the comments of this video. Please. We are still on a blind playthrough. We will get there, and I will give you information about how you can contribute those facts or those little things to that stream eventually. That'll be the last thing that we do. However, before that, we have some other things to try and do. We have some trophies. We have some things I'd like to try. So that's kind of the roadmap. Here's my thought. Today, I want to sort of because I didn't really get to feel like I was done in the last episode, partially because it was like late at night. But I want to take one episode where a victory lap, if you will. If we're done, which maybe I'm not, maybe I've misunderstood. If we're done with at least the big body of the blue house and the puzzles related to that, then I want to take a day to victory lap it and to do some things in game, which I'll get to in a second. But I want to just take a day to relax. Then I want to try some of this stuff. A cursed trophy, a darebird trophy, a day one trophy, a trophy of speed. Some number of these things I will be attempting to do because I like collecting trophies, and this game is special. And one of the ways that I can keep playing this special game and appreciate it is by trying these other difficult modes. So yeah, you may see some dare or curse mode episodes coming very soon, maybe as soon as next episode. That's the roadmap. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Please help keep this playthrough blind still. For instance, there were some comments that are really cool. Some really cool comments that I want to talk about right now on the last episode. However, do me a favor in the future. Do me a favor. Keep these comments for now. Keep them for the end, for the lore stream. At the very end of this whole thing, we'll do a stream, a front seat stream, a lore stream, where the things that I have not understood, we can bring them forward and show. However, there were a couple things that appeared in the comments of the last episode, which I have to talk about right now, because I need to double check that it is true, is basically what needs to happen. One of them said, look at the letters of the room, of the rooms that you went through when you solved the puzzle. SWANSONG. That's fucking crazy. And I'll get to why that's crazy in a second. The other one was read the words. We seek what's in the shade of truth or blue. That one's even crazier because okay, so now we have to talk about how that's crazy. I read that comment and I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Is that true? Let me start an episode and I'll take a look at it and confirm for myself that that's true. That's crazy. Here's what that means to me. That means my mom knows. Like from a lore, like from a world building understanding of the world of blueprints. I view that as 100% confirmation that my mom knows or has been inside of this house. Meaning, we have a really cool thing that's happened here. One, I'm less special than I would like to think. Simon is less special than I'd like to think. And two, we have a family history, a family inheritance of not completely understanding what it is that you have inherited. So Herbert, so first off, Baroness Orave leaves a bunch of puzzles to Simon, who does not understand them. Herbert comes along, doesn't understand them as well, but has secrets of his own. And maybe understands a little bit more than Simon. It's, not entirely. But then comes along my mother, Simon's child, right? My mom is Simon and Lady Epson, Clara Epson's child. Is that correct? Then comes along my mother, who we don't have any, until this moment, I had zero confirmation of this. You have to believe that she has solved. So she is a puzzle writer in this game. She wrote A New Clue, literally wrote the books. She wrote a lot of puzzles that I end up solving. She also, until this moment I had no confirmation of this, she also solved some Baroness Orave puzzles. And if she came up with we seek what's in the shade of truth, then that means she solved them all. At least according to my current understanding of the game. My current understanding of the game is that this is basically the final puzzle, which means that she solved them all. Now, if those two things are true, this is the final puzzle and my mom solved them all, I have some big fucking questions. To be clear, these are rhetorical questions. I thought for sure we'd end this game with more of an understanding of where my mom is or what her actual physical outcome in life looks like. I don't see that. I thought probably we'd get a cutscene. We didn't get that either. We didn't get any confirmation about where my mom might be. I don't know how to get in contact with her. I'm a little sad about that, to be honest with you. And I don't know. I'm still reserving judgment because I don't know what I don't know. Maybe there's other things that I've missed in the game that 100% confirms that she's alive in Vera Shores or she's alive in Carrerica or something. But for now, I'm a little saddened by the lack of confirmation of her physical, like, well-being, for lack of a better term. On the other hand, it's really cool. The minute that this becomes true, we seek what's in the shade of truth is the answer to the final puzzle. The minute that that is true, that means that the spiritual well-being of my mom is solidified. What I mean is, I'm following directly in her footsteps. I'm less special than I thought I was. I probably have solved some of Herbert's puzzles in a way that my mom never did. I've certainly solved some of my mom's puzzles in a way that Herbert never did, or other people didn't do, Detective Von Margle. But she and I solved this puzzle in the exact same way, which is really cool. And I would say she would probably give me a run for my money as a puzzle person. That's all. I wanted to, since I didn't really, I was so focused in the last episode on finishing that puzzle that I didn't get to zoom out really at all, or I didn't get to zoom out very much, and maybe I'll still be thinking zoomed out for a long time. So thanks for listening to me talk for 15 minutes. What a freaking joy this playthrough has been. Oh my god. It's not done yet though. We have a day in front of us, and I have some things I'd like to do. I don't know if we're gonna succeed at any of them, but first things first, I want to see if we can't get this upgrade disc. So let's start there. Second, I also thought we could look at some of the clues from Discord that I never got to see, because technically we solved one of them. We solved the Discord gave me a couple hints and I only read a couple of them. So there's still further hints that we could read, which could be fun just to see how they came up with them. So why did I pick this up? I think we want this to see if we can get trading post. But maybe we do this to get dice first, and then we change it. That's a cool thought. Especially because once we change it, we can then get Luxury Showcase. So here's my plan. Let me go to Discord again. The puzzle said, the hints said, outer room, trading post, expensive, RNG. So my thought is take the most expensive items. RNG, I think I may have said this last time. RNG confirms something for me and also does not confirm something else for me. When I failed to get the upgrade disc from Trading Post after putting almost every single item in the game in my inventory, I thought, damn, this sucks. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree entirely. Maybe I don't actually have to trade for it. Maybe I need to find a different way to interact with the house or something, or with the Trading Post or something. But then we got RNG. RNG is confusing because what would random number generation have to do with how to solve a puzzle? That's hard. That's hard to figure out. Two, on the other hand, RNG tells me I think I might be on the right track trying to trade for stuff, because there's some RNG involved in terms of what you trade for what. So maybe I just got to try that. It's been forever. Let's log into the network. Swan Song, by the way. Now that I know that that is on that puzzle, now that I know that Swan Song is the letters on that puzzle, I am curious about, there's no new staff announcements. I am a little curious about what, in tracking the, I'd be interested in going back to the start of the game and tracking where Swan Song appears. Because if Baroness Orave used Swan Song as a part of the puzzle, or if it accidentally became the sort of shorthand for the answer to the puzzle, because it just happened that the rooms spelled S-W-A-N-S-O-N-G, then why do Herbert and my mom use that word so much? My mom, at least according to We Seek What's in the Shade of Truth, hypothetically, solved the Baroness's puzzle. The Baron did not. Or Herbert Sinclair did not. So that's a little confusing. So anyways, I would be a little interested in being like, where does this appear? It also, the other interesting thing is that Swansong, SWNSNG is the license plate of the car, and I do not understand why, still to this day. Speaking of things I don't understand still to this day, one of my goals right now is going to be, now that we are sort of in a new phase of the game, is going to be keeping very close track of what my questions that remain are. Throughout the course of the game, I've written down a lot of like bigger questions, and I have crossed some of them out and found answers to some of them. But one of the questions on that list is... Actually, I guess I never wrote it down on this list. In my mind, it was on this list, but I never wrote it down. What is SWS... No. SWN... SNG... an acronym for? Because that's what the Garage Blue Memo says. It says that it is an acronym. Right? Let me double check. To be clear, these are all rhetorical questions. I know, sometimes when you reach the end of a game, it feels like, oh, now I can just answer the stuff that he's curious about. This happens all the time in other playthroughs. Just to be clear, we're still completely blind playthrough. Please don't answer these in the comments. Garage Memo does say the license plate on this car is an acronym. Acronym does not mean like we removed the vowels from a word that is important in a different way. Oh, sorry. I just tried to show that on screen, but I wasn't actually showing it. There you go. So that's one of my questions. Some of the other questions on there, for instance, there's a lot of them. I don't know. Why was Herbert Sinclair taking selfies in the lavatory? Another question would be... I just had another one. What was I going to write down? Shit. Shit. I'll think of it later. I don't remember what it was. Okay. So we want to get... some dice. And then we want to go outside. Because currently outside there is a... whatchamacallit. Outside there is a Blessing of the Monk secret passage out there. So we're effectively rolling 4 trading posts with fewer rolls than we otherwise would have. With fewer rooms than we otherwise would have. We're rolling like... Oh, I went the wrong way. We're rolling like 2 out of... Two rooms instead of 3. If we have dice, then we're rolling a lot more rooms. Of course, our likelihood is increased because we have Royal Scepter, but, or at least we will. I'm going to change it right now to shop. But we still need to try and get trading post outside. Okay. Cool, let's do it. Here's the other thing I don't remember or know how to do at all. I don't actually know how to chase these down. I think it had to do with Blackbridge Grotto. We might need to check that in a second. Like, I don't know how to activate. I don't think I can do it from the main menu. I don't know. Does that make sense? What I'm saying is I don't actually know how to begin or activate Dare or Curse mode. I'm not going to do it right now, but I do vaguely remember something over here about like save files or something. Did you make Joan S. a... No, you did not. Okay. Sorry. Jones S? No. Okay. I can't remember. We have Lee B, right? Yeah. Data files. It's really dark. You guys can't see it necessarily. Is it that I have to pick? I can't remember. Do I have to pick Randolph Moore to allow me to log in and actually see stuff? More R? My bad. More R. Of course, there's only 4 letters. Okay. Still can't. If I select this, what happens? Create backup? Kimberly Thompson and Robert Moore. Randolph Moore. I was like, who the fuck is Robert? Okay, I'll have to figure out how to actually... Maybe you can do it from the main menu, and I never look at it, because I don't actually ever click anything. I don't think so, though. I feel like the main menu just has, like, continue, maybe new game, and then settings and exit. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. That's a problem for the future. For now, I'm trying to get an upgrade disc. So if we were to try and get upgrade disc today, we'd need trading post right here. We would need treasure trove inside, which is a little bit hard. We got trading post, okay. We do have a... We do have Blessing of the Monk, so we can always end the day out here and make sure to get it tomorrow again if we fail to... Basically, we have a bunch of dead ends here. If we fail to get out of here, or we fail to get the money, or even if we fail to... If we do everything right but fail to get the upgrade disc, we could always just call it a day inside of trading post and then go again. I think my plan for now is maybe I should change this plan because... Okay, I have a thought. Probably should take library over conservatory here because it saves us our 1 gem. My thought was let's just buy literally everything we can and then go out there and trade stuff. However, the RNG element makes this a little interesting. When I see RNG, I think try more often, not try harder. Like, the more we roll the dice, the more likely it is we get a nat 20, not the more effort we put into the roll. So that's interesting. If I wanted to just try it quick and dirty and then try it again tomorrow, what I would do is I would go... I think I still need treasure trove. I think I would get as much money as possible. And not as much money as possible. I would get enough money to go to luxury showcase and buy the most expensive item or items and then go from there. Because that's definitely the most expensive. If I take this, does luxury showcase cost a gem? I think it does. Let me re-roll once. Gift shop is free. Does luxury showcase cost a gem? Showroom, sorry. Showroom. Cost 2 gems. Okay, well, fuck me then. Sideways, Jesus Christ. Never mind. I don't have enough gems anyways. I gotta get more gems. Good to know. We gotta take West Wing Hall. So we have junctions. Conjunction junction. I have been thinking a little bit the last couple of... This gets us a... dig spot, a key, an apple, a dice. I don't think that works. I think we just take Dovecoat. Here's the thing I've been thinking a bunch recently. Being like, for a while I've been like, okay, it'd be really cool to do dare mode, curse mode, etc. Or to like speedrun, right? Here's the problem. Let's talk about speedrun. It's been a year. It's been an actual calendar year since I last played this game without anything upgraded. Like, I think it might be kind of unrecognizable to open up this house and to not have any of the found floor plans. None of the studio editions. None of these rooms are upgraded. The rarities are all reset. I don't start with anything. You know? It's rough out here. It's real. I don't know that I will recognize the game. I should probably do laundry room and then get... Oh, boy. No. This is kind of weird. All right, let's just draft. The goal is to draft more, not to draft better. The goal is to draft more, not to draft better. We can take storeroom, sure. I mean, kind of a dead end, but our drafting is very weird today. We kind of need treasure trove to make anything work here. Take den for an extra gem. We now can afford showroom, which I think we should get here, even though our drafting is fucking weird. I don't have very many. I can't even afford master key, which is the most expensive thing. And my thought would be buy the most expensive thing and then anything else you can also get. So I think we have to keep going and then try to get treasure trove. Or like vault or something, but the steps is not really a concern. The gymnasium is fine. We need to get to the other half of the house because we're going to run out of space and or all the doors are going to be locked here in like 2 seconds. Speaking of the devil. Wine cellar gets us gem. Great Hall is bad. I think we probably take wine cellar here, which is kind of rough. Let me redraw once. I need a junction. I need a conjunction junction. Fuck. That's worse. I made a mistake. Okay. We get a die back. Get a weird key. Do I use the key on this? Probably shouldn't. But I'm a risky boy. Okay. We kind of needed a key, to be honest with you. But now we have... Prism key gets us a hallway. I guess. Pray for vestibule. Aquarium's good too. Aquarium's good. Great Hall was the thing I really didn't want. Aquarium's good. We're down to 1 gem. I don't remember if treasure trove costs a gem or not. Key, that's big. Can you imagine trying to do this without any help? Like without any like. It does cost a gem. Okay. Can you imagine trying to do what I'm doing right now without any upgrades, is what I'm trying to say. By help. Let's take weight room. Our footsteps are not the problem. Although they're about to be more of a problem now that we're down to 25 of them. Door's locked. That's pretty bad across the board. Let's redraw. I need junction. Oh, God. I need junctions. Classroom is fine, but I have to get another gem. Fuck. Oh, this is rough. I need a gem. 24 footsteps. Make that 26. We're out of keys. Oh boy. Wine cellar makes sense because we need gems. And we can't get treasure trove, which is the way that we get out of here. We technically have 80 coins now. 82 coins now. So we could buy master key, but that would be pretty ugly. Just buy. But it could work. My thought is buy more than that, but maybe not. Oh boy. The other door out of weight room is locked. I can go north of gymnasium or aquarium, and then I can go here. If I go here, then I get access to foundation, most likely. I get to buy stuff, which I don't want to do. Let's grab a maid's chamber. It's weird, but let's do it. Okay, so here's foundation. We do have dinner served. Up to 83 coins. We're going to get there 1 coin at a time. Was that a locked door? A security door? Yeah. Okay. So, it's locked and I don't have a key. Well, shit. Well, shit. 20. I'm going to be so footstep broke by the time I get back. I may not get out of this house. That door is locked too. Okay, I guess we're buying master key and we're getting out of here. 16, 14 footsteps. Oh boy. I think I just have to redraw here because if I step in there and step back, it's not worth it. I lose like 4 footsteps. Give me treasure trove. I did not get treasure trove. Okay, so we're not going in there. We're just ignoring it. We're going to buy master key. I guess I could have bought it, or I should have bought it earlier. Fuck, because then I could have unlocked stuff. But now I'm out of footsteps, so I just need to go back. Dang, that was a mistake. Played this game for a full calendar year, and I still make mistakes like crazy. Or at least occasionally. Our dining room is right on the way out, so we are going to get some footsteps back. That is funny. Plus an additional 10. Okay. Oh, I know what I was going to write down on my blueprints questions. I'm really looking forward to at this point, I don't want to go back and try and solve a hidden hue to learn what I already have done or something like that. My guess is that it actually is kind of related to shit. The thing we solved last episode. But one of the things I'm really looking forward to finding out in the future, on a future front seat stream, is what a hidden hue and these vying plans, what those mean, how they work, how they function as clues, you know? Especially these vying plans, because that's the one that is very strange to me. Very strange to me. Okay, let's try this, and then we're going to call it a day. I have 3 items to trade. Amazing! This is very weird. I have to say something. Okay, I have actually a couple things to say. This is very weird. I don't like that this is RNG. I'll say it. This game, which is a 12 out of 10 perfect game, it's made me cry a couple times. It's obviously kept me from getting a full night of sleep for like the last year. This game, which I am fully obsessed with. This game, which has haunted my dreams. This game, which I adore. And is definitely in my top probably 5 or 3 games of all time, and one of the most amazing pieces of art I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing. This game is bad in one exact way. Why the fuck is this RNG? What I mean by that is, like, I feel like so many things in this game, and there is obviously an RNG component in this game, but so much of the game rewards experimentation. To make experimentation work, you have to have reliable results. I experimented and tried to sell Master Key here at least once. I think maybe twice. Maybe at least once. Can I trade it? I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. So, oh, I have to make it to... I can make it to security. Okay. I was like, I have to make it to a computer. Oh, no. That's crazy to me because I did it. And the fact that it's and then I drew the conclusion that it didn't work because apparently it's RNG, which is weird to me. I don't know why. All I'm trying to say here is, like, I feel like this game is so good at being like, experiment this way, see what happens. The thing you need when you experiment is a direct line between the experiment that you did and the effect, the cause and the effect. And RNG does not grant you that. Does not grant you that. But anyways, the other thing I have to say about the game is I'll keep cooking on that one. I have some thoughts about the ending of the game, obviously, that I have potentially recently experienced. That they're not even really thoughts so much as questions. I'm just like, oops, wrong button. Wrong button. It's been so long since I've done this, I haven't hit E. Okay, now what is this gonna look like? Spare green room. Spare green room data has been found on this upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different floor plans. Okay? Oh, interesting. Oh, wait, this is huge. I think this one... Oh. Is that wallpaper? Is that what's happening in this room? Is that's wallpaper on this side? That's really cute, if that's true. It takes you to 3 of the outer green rooms. But you don't actually have... Here's my thought. This is huge. It may not seem... I don't think necessarily spare patio is wildly valuable, at least the way I play. Spare terrace feels pretty valuable to me. Spare veranda feels very valuable to me. The biggest value is you can get the effect of one of these rooms without having to be on the outside rank, which is the thing that limits your chances for getting these rooms all the time. I'll take veranda, honestly. Yeah, I think so. I think the green rooms, once they have a greater chance, tend to be so valuable. That's crazy, by the way. Is the room upgraded immediately? Like, can I go in there? It's right here. No, it's not. Dang. I think this is wallpaper. Which means that's really a cute idea. Okay. Well, we did it. Check that box. Cool. I mean, that checks off so many things for my list. Not only do we get the missing upgrade disc, which is in Trading Post, we also get to check off all of the things which I had written down, like try trading the paper crown, the stopwatch, the repellent spray inside of Trading Post. Try trading the pick sound amplifier, burning glass, lucky purse, power hammer, electromagnet, detector shovel, and dowsing rod inside of Trading Post. Check and check. Well, shit. That may be a pretty short episode. I think we may be done. Very interesting. Very interesting. The only thought I have left. So today is kind of a catching my breath, taking a victory lap, if you will. Getting my bearings again. Now that I am not beholden to this blue house that you get to via secret passage, it's kind of time to take in my bearings and figure out how I orient myself. Here's a question. There are a couple keys here which I have not found before. Let's just do this. Let's go here. If you go to the user database thing, there are 3 additional delisted admin keys, which I think would be Lee B, Pound U, and Prov C. So the question I'm sort of working through here is, how do you access the curse and dare mode, the like this stuff? Duplicate save data, clear save data, create backup, or restore from backup. I would like to create a backup, but I can't access it. Does somebody else have better access? I don't know. I can look through my notes, I guess, but like my notes would probably be, it's just admin log, frankly. It would be the place I would look. And I don't think anything here says anything about saves. Here's what I'll do. I don't really think I want to use the Blessing of the Monk. So I think I'm just going to call it a day. And then we'll see what the actual main menu of this game says. Does it allow you to access curse mode? Dare mode? We could call it a day right here inside of our actual tent. This feels like a thematic, cool way to call it a day. Game settings? I mean, that's just your... Yeah. Let's call it a day. We found the 16th upgrade disc. That's exciting. A shopping center. Save and quit. What does the main menu of the game say? Does it say curse mode on it and I've just ignored it for the last 100 hours? This is a new game. Okay. I'm going to ask some friends in the Discord about how to access curse and dare mode. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Fun to get to talk through some of what's happened recently. Sorry for a lot of yapping and not a lot of playing. However, I think this marks a good place to call it there. I suspect on Thursday we will come back with either curse mode, dare mode, or speedrun mode. I'm not sure. I'll see you in that episode. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye.